So we got our sounds here, and sometimes, I guess most times, you want to get better levels, period. I press play, sounds okay. I want to get better levels still. And you'll see how this is already open here. If I close this out, that's how it normally looks. I'll click right here. I can get some levels, see levels, know what's going on internally inside my MPC Live 3. Now, obviously, there's a crown right there, right? That crown signifies a master output. So everything goes here. It's a summation amp inside a mixing board, we'll say. And so what happens here is that these sample sounds are on these pads, and all their audio outputs going right into here, which is the R&B kit right here. You see that's it right there? What is it right here? It's the output for it. You'll see we got level, we have FX, send, and IO. We have panning, we have mute, we got solo here. We can record here. We can also automate here, right? And we got AB right down there. So what you really want to do here now is sort of like get the levels of each sound. I come to here. I'll notice one thing. They're all coming out of this purple thing right here. This is purple. So it's telling us they're all coming out of that same hole. So I'll just press play here. And I press this right there. It cuts them all off. They're not reaching the output of the main output, which is right here. They're just staying right there. Now they're going there. I'm going to stop that. Now what I want to do here is see the pad outputs to get levels on each sound I have here inside this track. I'll come to right here, as you can see that, and we'll point it right here. This here right here, I'm going to tap right there. And now, channel strip showing pad. I go back to here, channel strip showing track. So I go here to pad, I hit the pad. Now I see that pad. This is yellow. That's orange, red again. So the colors match what I'm seeing. And then you see the pad matches too. The name of the pad is right here. And here, we're no longer in a summation amp. This is the output, track output amp, where the audio goes in here and that audio goes out directly to the master. And to hit each pad, we know we're going to be different colors. I can press play start. I can solo the kick drum. I'll tap it, solo it. I can mute it. I can mute this one too. Mute that one. Mute this one. Or turn it back on easily. Everything's back in there. And they're still all coming through here. If they're muted, they're not coming through here. Now, what happens here in this section here, I can control anything. I can have a drum going, this bass drum. I can change here. I'll tap here. Oops, let's go back to here. I'll go right here. Padding is at, it's center. Send it to the left, or to the right, or down the center. And here I have my level. I'll just tap here. I want to hear it louder. Okay, got that happening right there. Stop it. And this is a great way to control each track. I come to here. I've got this rim shot. And let's say I want to control this. I can do that right here with the audio. I can press this out. I'll press play. I'll stop that. I got an effect on it. I keep hearing this reverb. And there's reverb here. There's reverb right there in this kit. And so there's a reverb where that sound's going through the reverb. Let's tap on this one time, and we see the reverb here. I hit the track, that pad, I hit that pad, we get the reverb here. Let's turn it off. Not sounding so big now. But there it's in the mix, the reverb's getting it out there, and this is a cool way to make that sound a little bit bigger than it would sound without the reverb. Now, let's close this out of here. Now reverb appears right there, and we can adjust the level that we're throwing into that reverb. Now there's also a send here. I got a send right here. I can send this reverb to someplace else, or this actually the sound, this drum sound is someplace else, and a reverb. So for example, I'm gonna come here to send, I hit send, and you'll see I have a return right here. That's return 1. There are 4 returns inside of the mix. So what I'm gonna do right here, I'm gonna hit that there, right? I go to effects, And there's a reverb in here too. I would rather send the reverb there than put it on top of the track. So this is 2 ways we're actually learning this. So we're going to go back to here again and go to our channel, go to effects, get the reverb here. Let's turn this reverb off. I'll go back to here. I'll press play start. You barely hear it. So what I want to do here now, I'm going to go to send right there. And I want to send it right there. So I'm going to go to here, adjust my level. Well, it's bigger, right? Let's see this reverb here. Wait, let's close that. Tap it directly. There it is. So I can select the kind of reverb I want to use. Right? Bring the mix down. Pre-delay, bounce. And I can set this level up and do a really cool job with it. And now I'll come back to here. And I did a different delay. I used the send to a return. Now while I'm in here and I like what I've got going on, I can also come to here and add more into the effect. I'll press play start. I can make a whole bunch of effect happen, right? That's too much though. There you go. Get my level where I want it to be. Let's still adjust this one right here. So got less of that reverb sound, more of this click going on, and I've cut down some of the amount that goes into return. Now stop this right here. And I want to go back where I was at, so I'm going to tap right here and just click this one time, back out. See what I'm doing here. I'm going to go back to here. Yep, back in here is good. Oops. Let's get out of this, go back to our main mode, and get to right here. There we go. Tap out of it. And go back here to my main level right there, right? And then once I'm here, I'm going to have effects, go back to there. I can see that there. I don't need these returns up here. So I'll just tap this again, and once I do, I'm here again right there, and that's where that's at. I've set this back to the main output for all the drum pads. So this is my main out. I got a bunch of sounds going on there. Maybe I want to add some compression to all these drums or something. I go to effects here. I can add compression. Well, there's a compressor right there. And so we got a bus compressor here on the track. And so we'll press play back. Now, I can come to here and select my kind of compression I want to use. See, that's a lot of compression on there, and it's light. Let's go heavy. Not of attack, just the bus compressor. And it gives you more bass drum. Bass drum's being bumped up. So I go to here. I might say I want to keep that. Get my bass drum right here. And so I can adjust it according to what's going on here in my compressor. And so having a compressor on output track is really good because it gives me a chance to actually get a feel for it, adjust my compressor, find out what sounds good for me. But this is just a basic concept for you to understand what's going on. I can come to here, other tracks too as well. I'll turn this on. Top. That's too loud. The track right here. How about this one? Oh, this one here. levels out and see what I like, what I don't like, you know? Stop that, play top. I may like all that, but I can also see it's all come through the same compressor. And so sometimes I will subgroup sounds and send them out to a different output. And that's generally what I want to do. So I got these sounds going on here. That's a guitar. Okay, another guitar right there, a little soul type action. And what I want to do is get them out of this overall mix like this. I got a compressor on this overall track, and I want to keep that mainly for the drums. So I'm going to send them out. So I'm going to take this sound right here, and I'm going to route it someplace else. So here we have effects. No effects are on there. No sends, right? I'm going to go to I.O. here. So I.O. is the output. This output means it's going to the track. That track there, R&B kit. And what I want to do is send it to a subgroup. So I go down to here. I got a subgroup mix 1. If I hit it now, it's going to that subgroup. I'll turn the output up a little bit more, maybe. Well, that sounds cool. And I want to get this one here to go to the same subgroup. So I'm going to go to here. I'll press here. That's one too. And I'll go in there too. Now I'll press play. I can control their sound together now. I'll turn it down all the way and get rid of them. Bring them back up. I'll mute them. So I've got these two tracks now together. The two guitars are now in separate tracks, and they're also being brought into one overall track for a submix.